Hi, everyone. I'm Hannah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa.
Welcome to our Wingspan March Madness 2022 results of pairs 1 through 8. We're going to try not to make this too long because nobody wants to watch long videos.
That's true, but we have a lot to say.
Yes. Okay. So we want to tell you a bit about why this is so much fun for us. And we want to thank all of the dozens of our friends that we don't know on the Facebook group who have also played this along with us. We play this game a lot. We have played 976 games together, 2 players.
Yeah.
So we're approaching 1,000. We're going to celebrate.
If you added in a couple dozen 4-player or multiplayer games, we would probably be close.
Yes, we really don't have the patience to play with other people. Okay, so we've played 525 games with all 3 expansions together, and I average about 111 points.
And I average 107.
And it's not a competition; it's for fun.
It's not. It's by definition it's a competition,
right? But we play for fun. Okay, I think my record high. Our stats up here. My record high score is 163.
Oh yeah.
And
I don't even want to know what my record
yours is 147.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
Okay.
But we're always going for high scores. So we tend to play sort of risky because we love the dopamine hit that comes from those high scores. Okay. So here are the results. Okay.
Ta-da!
Number 1. I'm going to say more about this one than I probably am the others. So don't let this scare you away. But I cannot believe the Blyth Hornbill had such a strong showing in this competition.
I can't believe we even picked the Blyth Hornbill.
I picked it because I love the Blyth Hornbill.
Obviously other people do too. I mean, almost half people voted for it.
Yes. And in all of the other results so far that are in, which are just pairs 1 through 16, usually the card that gets food is more favored by our dozens of friends who are playing this over birds that get you other things like eggs or cards or extra turns or bonus points. So I'm surprised Blyth's Hornbill. And here's why I was surprised, because I love the Blyth's Hornbill, but it hardly ever lives up to its promise. So 1, it usually takes a while to store up the eggs on the other card before you can do the tucking.
And you have to have another card of that nest type.
Right. And there are like 15 or so of those. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head, but they are birds that I like to play. So a lot of those are like the bluebirds and some of the wrens and like the bush tit and the coal tit, the moorhen. I love those birds that let you play more than 1 card in a turn or 1 extra card. And then also those little tits are great for the forest. And then there's some randos in there that I never play, like that kingfisher where you get someone's fish. You hardly ever have a fish. So in a 2-player game, that's not great. And like the welcome swallow. Sorry, welcome swallow. I am not playing you a lot in my board. But so you have to play it toward the end of the game, which probably means you're playing 2 eggs for it. And you have to pay 3 foods for it. And then it's very unlikely you're going to have 6 eggs so that you could tuck 12 cards. I'm usually tucking 4 or 6 or 8 cards instead of 10 or 12 cards behind this bird. So, but still the promise of it and the novelty of it, I think are great, which is why it was in my top birds.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, the Eastern Rosella is such a solid bird in that it always gets you 2 foods every single time you run that engine. So it just seems like a clear winner to me. And Blyth's Hornbill can get you that magic moment.
It can,
but it's so rare, I think.
True, but it could be in that golden high point score, you know. Also, Eastern Rosella gives you a wheat, and I for some reason have a really petty dislike of wheat in this game. I don't know why. It's just me. I understand. Okay. North Island brown kiwi.
I was sad about this.
Me too. We both love this one. Oh, also the pie chart on this one is weird. The North Island brown kiwi scores are represented in both yellow and blue because I changed the name and the form halfway through.
Oh yeah. So we put the winner we underlined it in the title, and then we also put the chart next to the winner. So if you're wondering which one belongs to the 72%, in this case, it's the galah.
Yes. It really smashed the North Island brown kiwi, which I can't believe. Okay, so both of us really love bonus cards in this game. We usually always try to get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 bonus cards in a game if
I can get like 5 bonus cards in a game, that's
we feel great. Yeah, we feel good going into the scoring at the end if we have 5 bonus cards. But the North Island brown kiwi demands that you get rid of one. And so an interesting, sometimes you just don't have one you want to get rid of, but an interesting phenomenon with the North Island brown kiwi is that because it checks off so many bonus cards, it's a star nest, it's a wild wingspan, it has North and brown in the title, that sometimes I play it and I end up then gaining points from one of the cards I was going to trash. It doesn't always happen,
but you have to trash it to even get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
But I understand the galah is a very valuable bird because you get 2 points every time you run that engine. So
yes.
Anything that solidly gets you 2 points every time you run the engine, I think is a very good bird.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I hear that. Sorry, North Island brown kiwi.
Yeah, me too. I like it. It's also cute. There are a few birds yes. that I just like because they're cute.
Yeah, it's cute. It's cute. Yeah, it's cute. Good point. Okay. This one, I am such a fan of the Goldcrest. I am in the minority voting for these. I love the cards that let you play one extra bird, like, period, and the Goldcrest could potentially let you play 4 extra birds.
But the thing I think is that it's a little limited to when you get it. Like, it's not valuable at the end of the game.
That's true.
And again, the Lasley bunting's like 2 points. So
if you have, assuming you have another,
people are voting for the reliable as opposed to, but I will say the Goldcrest, if played early and goes along with a good game, it can get you a lot of
yes, because you can build up that food engine so fast,
yeah.
and then you can just play anything you want. All right, but I understand why the Lasley bunting was the clear choice there. Okay. This one, I think, because we play a lot of 2-player games, the Spangled Drongo is not as awesome to us.
Yeah, I know. I was really surprised. I mean, to me, the Whooping Crane is a clear winner. Again,
yes.
I love a good bonus card game.
We love bonus cards.
You know, it's 6 points. It only takes wild, so you can pretty easily pay for it. But I understand that if you were playing with 4 people, the Spangled Drongo would basically be a nectar between every turn, and maybe that's really valuable. I don't know. I don't ever play the Spangled Drongo.
I do. I play
sometimes.
it. I absolutely. Yeah. I love it, and that's why it's in the top 64. It made it.
Maybe that's why you have 111 average instead of 3.
Maybe. Okay. Savvy's Warbler Rainbow Lorikeet. Here again is an example of how something that gets food is favored over something that gets cards.
So I know a lot of people like to be a little more competitive in their games than we. Maybe people who are trying to be more competitive.
Oh, they're like, Savvy's Warbler gives resources to my competitors.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know why.
Whereas the Rainbow Lorikeet is solidly, it's all me.
But the Rainbow Lorikeet won.
Yes, right. So I can see why it have a strong showing. Like, you get that nectar in your pile and you get 2 more foods.
That's I do love the Rainbow Lorikeet because you almost always get a nectar, and then you run the engine. So now you've got a nectar to discard, and usually there's another nectar
in there.
It's a good.
This one, duh.
I mean, how did the gray-headed man even get 20%?
Because it's an awesome bird, but it's really hard to beat the Northern Mockingbird.
Northern Mockingbird that's
got to be in my top 10 birds.
I will say that the Northern Mockingbird I feel is less valuable with the expansions. In the original game, I felt like it was
if you could duplicate a food producer, really, really it was amazing.
But still an amazing bird. So yes. no surprise there.
Yeah, but gray-headed mannequin, good job holding a little ground there. This one is bananas to me.
It makes total sense.
No, it's weird. Okay.
Well, the thing is, I voted for white-bellied sea.
Okay, and I voted for sulfur-crested cockatoo.
And everyone else voted with me, or 80% of people voted with me. And I'll tell you why I voted for it. Okay. 1, it's worth 7 points. And 2, it's just such a badass bird. It looks so cool and it's so big. It just makes me feel, I don't know. It's like, it makes me feel powerful playing it. So okay. So that's part of it. I mean, and also you almost always get a fish or a rat in the pretty.
That's true. Okay. Silver crested cockatoo, I think is awesome because you get a tuck point every time and you get a nectar. Again, it is the one that gives a nectar to other people, but we don't mind that when we play in our 2-player games. So that means it's a point and it's a nectar every time. You do have to have the card to tuck, which can be limiting. I am not surprised the white-bellied sea eagle won. I'm surprised it won by so much, I guess.
Yeah, but if everyone thinks it's just a little bit better,
they're
going to vote for it. It doesn't mean that silver crested cockatoo is bad.
Correct. Yeah. All of these birds are awesome. Oh, chipping sparrow.
This was a hard fought battle here.
It was
close ones.
Yes.
And I'm kind of a little surprised the chipping sparrow won.
Oh, I'm not. I love the chipping sparrow.
Yeah.
It is a solid, it's definitely in my top 10.
Of the birds I could have in my initial hand, this would be the top, very top.
Every time. If I'm building
because it's so cheap and get you those eggs right away without having to run the egg engine. And that's really great. Peregrine though is a really solid bird. So
it's great
because it's fairly cheap and it's almost always because it's above or it's under 100, so it always gets its prey there. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good solid bird. Both of these are awesome, but sorry, peregrine falcon. Yep, so long. All right, thank you all for playing with us. We appreciate you and keep playing. There's a couple more rounds.